Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning to you all. And happy Tuesday. I welcome you all to this early Tuesday morning broadcast. I just want to use this one to make on use and sit down as they wake up. As they thank Baba Gode for making you to see the light of the day. Make you not also forget to also look into your YouTube because there is a news coming from Okute Daily Talk waiting for you. So in case you never hear my voice for the first time, or this is my first time of hearing my voice, I don't know who is here. My name is Ohanaeze. I am speaking from the platform of Okute Daily Talk, where we speak to you the undiluted truth about the things of life, about the Biafran struggle, about all the do's and do that is happening and all the shenanigans, including the 12th June Democracy Day, which they silenced the same way they silenced the 2023 presidential election or selection in the contraption called Nigeria. So without not taking much of our time, let us look into what the Ohanaeze Ndefulefu, Ohanaeze Ndori, Ohanaeze Iberibe, what they need to say or what they said about the new law that they want to enact in Lagos State targeting all the Igbos and their properties. Igbos ukwenu, yeah, Igbo kwezono, hey, this one, all ganyo obana neze, na, because na osi mi osi anya, when we are talking, invest back home. Everybody was a kind of waiting there back home. After all, that place is not developed, and when there, who will make that place developed if not you? Are you waiting for outsiders, outside or Yoruba to come to develop your own state? They will not come. The outsiders are living in our own side. Even if they have billions of naira today, and rent a shack and be listening them, even mercy for them, even they pity them. You don't know the people you are pitying is even more richer, far better than you. But we Igbos, I want to have one naira. I am one. We keep on going, developing people's states, developing people's country. I don't say it is bad though, because I say wherever you are happy, that is your home. But that place that you call your home, are you sure is that place guaranteed for you? This message is for all the whole Igbos, both in home and the diaspora, because almost if you go to the diaspora also, the same thing happening in other parts of the country is what is also happening there. So the question is, that place you say you are happy and you call your home, is that place really guaranteed your home? When you are investing, if you have 1 naira, please divide that 1 naira into 2. Let one be the place you reside, and the other one half. Let it go to your home. In case I want also bawa, the same thing happens to your business. When you are building your chains of businesses, and you have in diaspora, you have in Lagos, you have in Kano, you have in Kaduna, in Sokoto, and many more. How many do you have in the Igbo land? The answer is no. Look at all our entrepreneurs. The only person that stand at the Igbo land there and said, I am not going nowhere, is Innocent Motors. If Innocent Motors happens to be all this one now, big man them and they money them, they would have taken that his car plant to either Abuja or Lagos where things is happening. Innocent is down there in the southeast in Nnewi. Is he not doing well? He's doing amazingly well. Create your own environment and create your own happiness. That is one thing about this life. Because what most of us are living in other people's happiness. Because Lagos is booming, you went there and put your own head. Now, they want to put a law in Lagos State that will make you, even if you have C of O, they are going to reverse everything reversible. It has been signed and sealed. This order is coming from above. People are seeing Obesa, Modashiro Obesa, the Speaker of the House, as the person who wants to enact this bill. My dear brother, my dear sister, this order came from Asoroko. It comes from above for him to do that. The simple truth there is this: you Igbos are not being loved. You are forcing yourself for people to love you. Who want to love you? Who want to love you with your bad character? Anywhere you go, you want to dominate. And you tell it, Igbos are industrious in nature. What kind of nonsense industrious? That most of us who is out there crying, they do this to us, they do that to us. Even most of us in Lagos State, because I've been in Lagos State there for a very long time. They will tell you this place now is government residential area. They will tell you this place now is government area. Do not go there to build any shop or have any business. But Igbo man are catching or do anything. They will tell you this one is pipeline. Do not build anything on top of it. Igbo man are catching. I just tell you, ego yourself everything. Everything is not all about money. Obey any state you have. They have their master planner and they have their rules and regulations. But we believe everything is about money. That policemen are catching everybody now. If they catch you now, they will give you their own bill separate. Whether you commit anything or don't commit anything, they will tell you either 300,000 naira or 150,000, and you must pay. Who started all these things? All Igbo people. Also, every time we want to be on a hedge, we are running helter-skelter. At the end of the day, but that does not mean we not hustle, because my word always comes like a proverb. So it depends. That is left for you to digest it and take the one you want to take. As simple as that. Yes, but let us be mindful of where we invest or the people we invest on. 1967 to 1970, what happened there is supposed to be a very bigger lesson to all of us that is living in that Yoruba land. Because Yoruba formed the alliance against the Igbos during that genocidal Biafran genocidal war, Nigerian genocidal war against the Biafrans. Yorubas, they formed, even all of them in the military, joined Nigerian forces to eliminate the whole Igbos. That same people is what you people came today and still believe that they will love you. My dear, they will not love you. It has been on their blood to betray. Okay, now the land they sold to Igbos now, free. For their free mind now. Now government want to reverse it so that they will take over their land. And I'm very sure they will also say their Dangote and take over that refinery, which I know they will not do. All their target is on Igbos. Igbo man here. Iberibe born the too much. Iberibe the too much. Again. They're gonna come and attack me at the comment section, because that is one thing is being done by Igbo. Once you say anything about Igbos now, they will come to attack you. You say anything about Biafra, they will come to attack you. You say anything about Simon Ekpa, they will come and attack you. Even the most mumu we have in our society will come to your comment section and begin to comment rubbish. Simply because they hate to hear the truth. That is why the pastors and the churches in Nigeria or in Igbo land or in anywhere have made the Igbos the gullibles, because they follow like mumu. Just say one or two things now, they will follow you. Even if they tell you now, if you come out now and tell Igbo man now, say, if you get Ofuosu, Buwaya, Ego the name Mafia, it will follow you. Even if you are the one that go and put that money, just you want people to believe you. They go and break that thing and see money. Even if you tell them now, may they kill their mama, that's how they will do it. That's how they follow. Follow without reasoning. Follow like cow. But if you calling Hausa people cow, but our people do not follow like that. The most people who foolishly follow anything where you do now, once you come out now and speak anything now, they will follow you. It's Igbos. And you mistakenly come out now and tell them, look at the truth, look at the way, they will start to abuse you. There was a video that's making rounds on the internet now. One girl that said anything about Simon Ekpa. That why is this man always causing problem in the southeast? Declaring it at home, killing the economy of the southeast. That is exactly what the federal government and the Kabas and Asharok, what they want. The insecurity in the southeast and the economy to be dying to continue. So that the southeast will have no option. They will not have no option other than to believe on one Nigeria, that is not what they are fighting for. When you say that Simon Ekpa is working for some set of Kabas in Asharok, your people will come in the comment section. Even there was one come this morning that tell me that they're supposed to delete me and my family. Follow. In your right sense, tell me what Simon Ekpa is doing to the southeast economy. Is it good? You are telling me that it's affecting the federal government. How? The only way you do anything that affects the federal government is to block the oil they are draining from our backyard. That is the only way. Then they will tell you that they are the federal government that have the authority. But they stop people from, even most of people, they make their daily pay, that is the food they eat, they get it on daily basis. If they don't go out, nothing for them. If there's no any provision for anything, you keep on forcing people. Sometimes you declare 3 days or 4 days sit at home, and people will be clapping at you, saying that is the only way they can free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or to sign the referendum. My dear brothers, do this thing from now till thy kingdom come. Nobody is going to listen to you. Rather, they will be in their Asarok, in their different homes, laughing at you. Look at these foolish people, killing their own economy, thinking that they do it for the federal government. How much do you think you are generating, you are giving to the federal government? Internally generated revenue Where does it go? Is it not state boss? Is your internally generated revenue going to the federal government? Let me ask you, if you don't know, and you clean your own economy, and people will be climbing for Simon Ekpa. Every Monday he declares set at home. But right down there in Finland, his business is booming. His wife goes to market. No any day, no any Monday sit at home. I have already sent us picture where he lie down in his bedroom, sleeping that today is Monday, I cannot go anywhere. I cannot do broadcast. The broadcasting he's doing on daily basis, Twitter is paying him, YouTube is paying him, and other platforms. But that Monday, he must surely be online to tell you that don't go anywhere. A politician in another man's country who have denied Nigeria and the Biafra and get their passport is the one that is fighting for us, and we are clapping for him. Igbos, make una wake up, Our mumu don't do. Our mumu, he don't do. No. I arrest my case. Anyway, my wonderful people, let us proceed with the news you have this morning. In case you don't know, na me, mo nwemu okute daily talk. In fact, it be like say I don't shout too much this morning, and I don't want to shout too much because my doctor tell me say make I not shout too much. So make we go to straight to the reason why we are here. If you never subscribe to my channel, endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Make sure you turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified this time we go live or post something on this channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Obesa, we know that you are targeting the Igbos. Ohanaeze reacts to proposed laws by the State Assembly. The Lagos State chapter of Ohanaeze and Igbo has said that the proposed new property and business ownership laws by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Modashiru Obasa, might lead to chaos in Nigeria, not only in Lagos but in Nigeria. Nigerians recall that Obasa, during his inaugural speech at the 10th Lagos Assembly, had announced that certain laws in regard to economy, commerce, property, and titles will be put in place to protect the interests of Lagos indigents. And he said there will be laws and resolutions in the areas of economy and commerce, property and titles, and we will reverse all that is reversible to protect the interests of the indigents. Reacting to Obesa's statement on Monday, the president of Ohanaeze in the state, Chief Ubenna Agwene, told the Whistler that such laws can cause problems for the country as well as the government. He said, for now, we don't know what is going to happen because that can bring chaos. That can bring a big problem to the country and also to the government of Nigeria. Because when you talk of Lagos, every family in Lagos or in Nigeria has a single lineage in Lagos. Even though we know that the targets are Igbo people in terms of when you talk of investment. We are the tribe that invests without even minding the differences between us and the host community anywhere we reside. Igbos own lots of properties in Lagos and also have investments across the state. Speaking further, the Ohanaeze president said that the group has no problem with any laws the state House of Assembly wants to make. So far, it does not affect Igbos alone. He called on Ndi Igbo residents in the state not to panic, saying Ndi Igbo should have nothing to worry about, according to Ogene. June 12, politicians should bury their heads in shame. Nothing has changed since 1993. This one is coming from our comedian. I go die. He go die. Sorry, not me. He go die. Nigerian comedian Francis Agoda, popularly known as He Go Die, has berated Nigerian politicians over the celebration of Democracy Day. Nigerian News report that the comedian, in a post via his Instagram page on Monday, claimed that nothing has changed since 1993. Instead, it is complete breakdown of law and order. He further stated that the democracy in Nigeria is not about the populace, but the government of political parties in the interest of its members and cabals, whose main interest is to subvert the citizens' collective efforts, resources. According to him, many people who condemned the 1993 election are still engaging in worse forms of electoral malpractices like the military. Hence, democracy has been murdered in Nigeria for long ago. He wrote, democracy in Nigeria is not a system of government by the population of the state. It is government of political parties in the interest of party members and the cabals whose main intention is to subvert our collective resource against the people. Unfortunately, the majority of those who condemn the 1993 presidential election are doing worse thing than the military rule by Iberibe, because since the aftermath of the June 12th, democracy has been murdered in Nigeria. Votes are bought, voters are bullied, shot at polling units, with massive manipulations of results in favor of losers. I feel politicians should bury their heads in shame, because nothing good to write about our democratic institutions. Nothing has really changed since 1993, which has given room to this democracy celebration. You are right, my dear brother. 100% right. Indeed, what's evident is it is a complete breakdown of law and order. We must make sure we point out the ills of social injustice against the electorates. You have spoken well, my dear brother. Democracy Day, what Tinubu government should borrow from June 12th lesson. Mike Ozekome laments. Popular Nigerian lawyer Mike Ozekome, SAN, has advised the Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration to make people-friendly policy and not anti-people law that will further impoverish the citizens. Speaking at Chief MKO Abiola's residence in Ikeja in Lagos on Monday, Ozekome advised President Tinubu to return the country to the path of progress again by providing policies that will make life better for the people. The senior advocate of Nigeria has also called on the president to take steps to give Nigerians a constitution made by the people themselves and subjected to a referendum. He stated that the 1999 constitution is a military-imposed document and called on the president to constitute a constitution drafting committee that will give Nigerians a true federal system, not the present unitary system, according to Mike Ozekome. I wish all these our speakers, all these people who have brain in this country, their voice are being heard. But when they speak finish, at the end of the day, you find out that nothing have changed. The situation will even keep on getting worse and worse. We thought we have seen it all in 2015 and 2019. But 2023 made me to understand that nothing like democracy in Nigeria. Democracy have long dead in Nigeria. He said, what this present government, led by President Bola Tinubu, should borrow from the June 12th lesson is good governance of people's policy and not anti-people's that will further impoverish the already beleaguered people who are already prostrate on their bellies. Policies that will make life better for the people, but most importantly, Tinubu must listen to this. Even if there's few things he can do, he must take steps to give Nigerians a people constitution, people who were driven constitution made by the peoples themselves, subject to a referendum. We cannot amend the present constitution, which has a schedule actually attached to Decree 24 of 1999. It is a militarily imposed constitution. No amount of amendment can cure it of its original sins made by the military and not by Nigerian people. Even the preamble that says we the people of Nigeria do hereby give to ourselves the following constitutions tells a lie about itself. Therefore, Tinubu must take deliberate steps to ensure that the constitution drafting committee through a constituent assembly of the people is established and the product that will emerge from it will give Nigeria a true federal system, not the present unitary system where the federal government controls 67 items up to how you can conduct your marriage through the marriage act. Until Tinubu makes a people's constitution subjected to referendum, which will enjoy people's legitimacy as was done in Iraq, Iran, Eritrea, South Africa, Egypt, Tunisia, Kenya. Until he takes that deliberate steps, Nigeria will continue to suffer of perpetual motion on its axis without progress. Because Nigeria do not believe in the present constitution and arrangement, where there are some fetches of woods and drawers of water, and there are some anointed sacred cows that must have their appetite satisfied by the beleaguered segment of the society. For us to have a society that is truly great, we must do what Abiola told us. He said, I will always hear people talk about peace. It is not every peace that we are looking for. There is what we call peace of the graveyard, peace of the cemetery, according to then MKO Abiola. The cemetery is the most peaceful place on earth, but that is not the peace we are looking for. We are looking for a peace that is imbued with egalitarianism, social justice, and society and equity. A good conscience, mutual respect, and religious tolerance in our pluralistic society. That is the only thing that can give us peace, so that we do not peace of the graveyard or cemetery. Those were the words of Abiola over 30 years ago and are still relevant today as we are in our societies. We are still moving forward. Northern Elders Forum want Tinubu Shetima against imposing 10th National Assembly. They want to do the same mistake that we did in 2015, 2019. It will happen also in 2023. May we see and how it will play out. I wrote something on my Twitter, I think some couple of days ago. I said the script which the Kabas and the Fulanis that they have written already, they have already said it out openly to the general public by Malam Nasiri El-Rufai. And today, being the 13th day of June, they are going to complete that Muslim dominance. Watch what will happen at the convention today of the House of Assembly and the Senate. Just watch out. It will be Muslim tickets all around. Believe it or believe it, this thing has been signed and sealed. Akpabio is going nowhere. Benjamin Carlo, if care is not taken, even if he stay there as a deputy speaker, he will just be like a rubber stamp deputy speaker, because he's not going to take any decision what at all, because his office have no any relevance or whatsoever. No, not any relevance. He cannot say anything. The speaker of the house read the motion and end it. He only there to second what the speaker says. So his being there as a deputy speaker of the house makes no sense. The Northern Elders Forum, a social political organization, has called for the election of the 10th Senate President to be free from external influences. Northern Elders Forum insists that 109 senators elect should be granted the right to select their leadership. The forum also warned against religion, whether Islam or Christianity, becoming a key factor in deciding the leadership of the 10th Senate. Northern Elders Forum emphasized that it has consistently advised President Bola Tinubu's administration to respect the rights of elected National Assembly members to elect their leaders. The Northern Elders Forum criticized Vice President Kashim Shettima for his comment that under the current dispensation, the world's incompetent Southern Christian is better than the most puritanical Northern Muslim for the presidency of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Speaking at a press conference in Kaduna State on Monday, Northern Elders Forum Director, Publicity and Advocacy, Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, described the Vice President's statement as unfortunate. He suggested that such comments could have been avoided if the senators elect have been allowed to select the Senate president freely. The Northern Elders Forum spokesperson or spokesman said the nation has been made aware of comments made by His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, in the course of strengthening the cause for the election of leaders of the 10th Assembly, with the APC and the government preferred. A particularly outstanding comment made by him is that under the current dispensation, the most incompetent Southern Christian is better than the most puritanical Northern Muslim for the presidency of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And he is right. You people should not counter him, because that is the problem in Nigeria. When you say the truth, people will come and twist your word and even attack you. What he said is true, because look at what happened between 2015 and 2019. Rubber stamp is what they had there, and it's Muslim also. The time of Ike Kuremado and the rest of them, not Ike Kuremado is deputy. What do they call him? Mike Enwerem, Abi, Mba, Evans Enwerem, Chimaro Nnamani, Abi, Ken Nnamani, Okadibo, all these people, they make impact. Despite the fact that they see them as not competent, but they are better than the people you call competent out there. Okay, the Northern Elders Forum has cautioned the President Tinubu administration on many occasions to respect the rights and privileges of elected members of the legislature, to choose their leaders, and to conduct its campaign for its preference with sensitivity and decorum. The statement of Vice President Shettima in the context of the commitment of the administration to determine the legislature leadership makes reference to Muslims and Christians' faith in the most unbecoming and irresponsible manner imaginable. It deepens the worrying position of religious faith as a fault line in our politics today, and the integrates the place of an important value such as faith in the conduct of elected members, whether they are Muslims or Christians. The suggestion that poor faith and incompetence can be preferred to be piety and competence when it suits political interests sends damaging signals to a nation desperate for good leadership. A statement of this nature coming from a northern Muslim who has earned his respect in the course of his political career is the most unfortunate. The suggestion that the piety of leaders